Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. The Kansas City Chiefs again are going to be advancing to the AFC Championship ever since Patrick Mahomes has become the starter for this Kansas City Chiefs squad. He has led them to the AFC Championship. That is 5 straight years. 5 straight years. And he's doing it on one leg. Hobble Mahomes carrying this team once again. Now, by this time tomorrow, we will know, is it going to be against Buffalo? Is it going to be against Cincinnati? I honestly don't even have too many opinions on that because at the end of the day, what do you got to do? You got to take care of business. But I really loved what I saw from the Kansas City Chiefs today. Now, obviously, Patrick Mahomes getting injured, most likely spraining his ankle. That is the main storyline right now. Patrick Mahomes said Andy Reid made him get an x-ray before he would let him back in the game. Said this quote, "I'm not coming out of a playoff game unless they take me out." Chiefs Kingdom. I mean, having a cat like Patrick Mahomes as your starting quarterback, it doesn't even matter what the rest of your roster is. By the way, the Chiefs roster is pretty damn good, and they've been pretty good for a while now. You just feel so good. Now, obviously, the heart rate was up a little bit today, and I have to give credit where credit is due. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're building special. They're building something special down there in Duval. You got to give them credit. So, at the end of the day, Kansas City didn't play a beautiful game. It was not perfect, it was not pretty, and it was not sexy. Shout out Chad Henne. Anything is possible. This man came in when Patrick Mahomes went injured with the ankle issue. Drove it 98 yards. Chad Henne. And obviously, I think it goes hand in hand. You don't win this game without Patrick Mahomes, but you also don't win this game without Chad Henne. Now, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but at the end of the day, Chad Henne goes through the same reps. He goes through the same preparation, just not with first. He's not starting every Sunday. Chad Henne is a starter's starter. He's a veteran's veteran. This man is 37 years old, and Chiefs fans knew this. But man, 98 yards, threw a touchdown, 5 of 7, 23 passing yards. It really was a phenomenal drive with Chad Henne. Once again, anything is possible. But before we get any further in this video, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. If you guys enjoy, I post daily NFL content. Right now, since Chiefs Kingdom, the Chiefs, they're running and gunning. They've been running for a while. They're 14-3, obviously the number 1 seed in the AFC. I've been posting Chiefs content pretty much every single day, at least 4 times a week. So guys, if we could get this video to 250 likes for this AFC divisional victory, that would mean the world to me. But man, it's what we've been talking about time and time ever since we started making Chiefs videos on this channel. At the end of the day, what's it going to come down to? It's going to come down to a couple of things. Specifically, this past game against Jacksonville, to me, it was going to come down to special teams, number 2, and number 1, the turnover battle. What did the Jaguars do? They turned the ball over 2 times. They turned it over 5 times last week against Los Angeles Chargers, and we talked all week about how you can't do that. I get it. Kansas City, statistically speaking, defensive rating wise, is right there in the middle of the pack at number 16. As far as defensive yard goes, overall defense, they're a top 12 team. They're number 12. It's still good. It's not beautifully elite, but it's good enough for sure. We've talked, man, if the Chiefs had a top 5 defense, there's not a single team in the National Football League that would ever want to play this squad. Regular season, preseason, postseason, it doesn't matter. If they had a top 5 defense, oh boy. They're getting there, though. These young cats are stepping up. But they did both of those things perfectly tonight. They did not turn the football over, right? And the special teams wasn't perfect, but shout out to guys like Harrison for knocking down some big-time kicks. Shout out to Tommy Thompson. But Harrison Butker, he had a 50-yarder today. What was that, late in the third? That was a big 50-yard field goal. It was huge. That was kind of I don't think too many Chiefs fans were all that worried about it, but it is kind of, I think a good way to describe it is it's in a lot of back of the minds. Because it wasn't perfect. Harrison this year, 75% of his kicks, field goal, and extra points. That's not a perfect, beautiful statistic. We know, though, Harrison Butker, once it gets into the playoffs, he does what he needs to do, and he steps Oh, he steps up 100%. Tommy Townsend, phenomenal job with punt returns. Seriously, it's an underrated thing, and the reason I bring it up, and we talked about this in last night's video, is Kansas City, all things considered, every aspect of special teams, they came in dead last. Dead freaking last. Whether that was punting, whether that was field goals, whether that was punt returns, which shout out Kadarius Toney. He did the most important thing a punt returner can do on this Chiefs squad, and that is hold on to that football. Hold on to that football. But Harrison, Jamal Agnew almost ran a kickback there in the fourth quarter. That would have been huge stop, huge tackle from a kicker. But at the end of the day, the offense did what they needed to do. I loved the run game. I absolutely loved it. And keep in mind, Kansas City, they only scored 10 points in the second half. This Jaguars defense, don't let statistics fool you. They're right around top 10 in general in the regular season. In the last 5 or 6 weeks, this second half defense and defense in general, they've been elite. They haven't been good. They haven't been above average. They've been elite. Very, very elite. And so I loved what I saw from the run game, specifically with Isaiah Pacheco getting that 39-yarder when Patrick Mahomes was injured. We saw Andy Reid come out here and say post-game, obviously the offensive line was pissed off because you have that protection mindset with your quarterback, but everybody kind of wanted to up it up a notch, right? Everyone wanted to take it to that next level, put on that next gear because Patrick Mahomes is injured. We got to step up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to step up, and we got to step up right now. That's what Isaiah did to me. The rookie, the 7th rounder out of Rutgers, 12 carries, 95 yards. That's 8 yards a carry. Now, Jerick McKinnon also chipped away. It wasn't beautiful. 11 carries, 25 yards. That's just 2.3 yards per carry. But at the end of the day, did what I needed. It wasn't miserable. Kadarius Toney also had a beautiful almost touchdown, an almost toe tapper. He stepped out right there at the 3. Get that Chiefs touchdown there midway through the fourth quarter. Carry 14 yards. Travis Kelce made NFL history today as far as NFL tight ends are concerned in the postseason. He actually was one reception away from tying the NFL record postseason-wise. He had 14 catches, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had a beautiful first half. He had a great game in general. And, he's now as far as a single game is concerned, most receptions in a postseason game for a tight end. Well, now Travis Kelce has that record. We didn't see anything too much from Juju and MVS, although MVS had that midway through fourth quarter touchdown. Juju had that huge catch in single coverage. That was beautiful to set up that first down where Patrick Mahomes, he's hobbling on one leg. Kadarius Toney, 5 catches, 36 yards. Henne, anything is possible, baby. And most importantly, that defense, man, they're doing what they needed to do. You got to play and finish every drive, every possession, every snap. You got to finish it out. And I don't care if they're all the way backed up. It doesn't even matter. They could be on their own 2. They could be on the 50-yard line. They could be on your own 2. You got to finish out these plays, and that's what they did. Jamal Agnew had that just desperate doggy, if you're a Jaguar fan, fumble there in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth, and they were in the red zone, and you got to feel bad for him, but don't fumble the football, Jamal. So sorry about that. Nick Bolton recovered that football. He had a great game, 10 total tackles. L'Jarius Sneed got a little bit banged up, not too worried about it, just like Patrick Mahomes. I'm not too worried about it. Justin Reed, OG, phenomenal, huge quarterback hit. Beautiful interception by rookie Jalen Watson, the Washington State rookie, the 7th rounder. Oh my goodness, he had a great start to the regular season, specifically in that Chargers game. And man, we talked about it all last 2 weeks, how these rookies gotta step up, which they've been doing as of late. But Justin Reed came out and straight up said it, you guys aren't rookies anymore. It's go time. Let's make some plays. Let's get some stops. And that, at the end of the day, that's what the Chiefs defense did. So it wasn't perfect. once again, but a win is a win in the playoffs. And for the 5th straight year, this Kansas City Chiefs team will be headed to the AFC Championship, most likely at Arrowhead. We'll wait and see. I have the Bengals over the Bills, so I think it will be in Kansas City. But we'll wait and see. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, drop some comments down below. Peace.